Hi everybody, welcome to a very special edition of Retail Therapy. This month we're going to be talking about our amazing product called the Modular Mates. Modular Mates are one of my favorite sets because they actually help organize your pantry. So how many of you have ever opened up your pantry and had things fall out on you? I'm sure you've all had that happen. How many of you have ever looked in your pantry and said, oh, I'm out of that? So you go and you purchase it only to come home from the grocery store and find out that you really had one because you just moved something over. It's usually that thing that you don't need two of. Or how many of you have teenagers or men at home and you look in your pantry and you see a box and you go, okay, I don't need to buy that because I have it, only to lift up the box and find out that it was empty. And for whatever reason, they can't seem to ever remember to throw the empty box out. Well, Modular Mates will prevent you from having to do that. That's one of the best things about them because you can see right through them. One of my favorite things to do when I'm doing these demos is actually get to show you what I actually have in my pantry in my Modular Mates. These are mine. These all came right out of my pantry. This is how they are. This is pasta, brown sugar, pasta, chips, goldfish, and I don't have anything in this one right now, so I'm sure it'll be used very soon. It's just empty right now. I do want you to take note that the only colors that you can purchase right now is black or red. My blue ones were the colors of the past, and my kitchen is blue, as you can see, so I'm happy with the blue. So let me just show you this one. This is brown sugar. So how many of you have brown sugar in your pantry right now? I'm sure a lot of you do, and I'm sure that you have all experienced that the day after you open up a box of brown sugar, it is as hard as a brick, and you could like throw it through your front window. Well, this is my brown sugar in my container, and let me just show you what this looks like. Can you see it all crumbling? Okay. This brown sugar has probably been in my pantry maybe 6 months, maybe even a year. I don't use it that often, but isn't it wonderful that I know that it's still, you can even smell it when you open it up. It is still fresh, it's still delicious, and I don't have to do the microwave or a piece of bread or any of those tricks. I just have to open it, take a spoon, and take out what I need. And I don't have to throw it away, okay? So I love that. I have a whole baking set in my pantry. So I have powdered sugar in there, and like I have coconut flakes and different things like that. But this was just my generals that I wanted to show you. Now this set that we have here is actually minus 2 pieces, which I didn't have, is our oval and our square sets. Now when you're talking about Modular Mates, if you have shallow cabinets, you want to use ovals and squares, because what you want to do with Modular Mates is you don't want to have any dead space front to back in your cabinet, and you don't want to have any dead space bottom to top. So this is actually going to create no dead space. And believe it or not, this actually helps create more space in your cabinets than anything else would, which is great. But when I'm talking about Modular Mates, I gotta gross you out. I do apologize, I hope you've eaten already, but I do have to gross you out. So, did you know that one roach can live off the glue off of one postage stamp for 3 months? Now the reason that I bring that up is because how many of you have rice, pasta, cereal, flour? How many of you have those products in your cabinet? I'm sure most of you are shaking your head yes now. Well, did you know that all those products come in a sealed box? And the boxes are sealed with glue. Now, the supermarket that you buy them from is nice, clean, and neat, otherwise you wouldn't shop there. But the warehouses that you actually buy, that actually supply your grocery store with the product, not so clean and neat. So what happens is the roaches go into the glue, they go into the boxes, they eat the glue, they lay their eggs, you bring home stowaways. If that's not enough to gross you out, I don't know what else is. But I will tell you one more little trick. Did you know that flour, if not kept in an airtight liquid-tight container, creates its own bugs, and they're called weevils? Now weevils will actually infest pasta as well, okay? Because pasta is primarily made of flour. So you're saying, oh, I don't keep my pasta long enough. Well, how long was the pasta on the shelf before you purchased it? Because pasta has an incredibly long shelf life. So what happens is you bring home this box of pasta that is not in an airtight liquid-tight container, you put it in your cabinet, and if they have weevils infested in them, you've now infested your entire cabinet with them. You don't want to do that, okay? So what I do is, this is actually a pound of pasta in here. This is an oval fork. I would take the pasta out of the box and I will dump it right in here. Now, if I happen to have had weevils, it doesn't happen often, but who wants it to even happen once? If there were weevils in there, they're actually going to die because they're going to suffocate. I'm going to get to see them and they're not going to infest my cabinet. Take this outside, clean it, put it back in, bring it back in my house so that I don't infest my whole house. So you don't want to do that. All right, so now that we've grossed you out sufficiently, I just want to show you two more things. This is our onion keeper and our potato keeper, and if you can see, what I like about the onion keeper is it actually, they both do, but this is where I have the vent holes so that my onions are actually getting air, okay, and it's just a little pop up in there. This is the potato keeper and the potato keeper, so you can see the difference in the sizes, okay. The potato keeper and the onion keeper are dark, which is great because no light penetrates them, so that actually keeps them from growing eyes and hands and legs and walking away, you know, okay? So that's really great, and these are on sale for just $19 each, which is really fantastic. We also have our Super Cereal Store on sale, and we have our sets of modular mates, and we have our individual modular mates on sale as well. I always recommend going with sets because that's your best value. All of the sets are on sale for 40% off. There's your huge value. Now, the other thing I want to show you is if you do have deep pantries, you're going to want to do rectangles and super ovals, okay? Because again, remember, you want to create no dead space from front to back and bottom to top. So I do hope that you will take advantage of modularizing your pantry. And if you'd like me to help you modularize your pantry, invite me over and I can help you with your Legos for ladies, because that's what we call them. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Retail Therapy. Look forward to hearing from you.